WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
All right, here's a look at the rain totals that came in from this morning's go around. And some towns like Hayward did all right at 1/4 of an inch. Look at Siren, almost 3/4 of an inch there. 2/10 in Ironwood. Ely, so dry lately, 1/3 of an inch. In Duluth, well, at the National Weather Service office there over by the airport, it says 3/100. My rain gauge said about 1/10, but I guess that's kind of splitting hairs. We got a little bit of rain today. We do need some more. We do have another chance tomorrow afternoon and evening before a dry spell comes around for the Independence Day weekend, which we'll talk about with our 7-day forecast in just a little bit. But here's what's happening right now at that airport up in Duluth. It's 80 degrees. Relative humidity is 64%, and our southeasterly wind is running 13 miles per hour. Air pressure, wouldn't you know it, it's stuck at 1,011 millibars again. That's been a very common barometer reading here for a couple of weeks, frankly. Temperature-wise, it's warm for some places, mild for others, and for some towns it's just going to get warmer fairly soon here, especially by Thursday. But right now, the warmest of the warm is being found in the Upper Peninsula. 89s from Watersmeet to Ironwood, 84 to 88 from Ashland to Hayward. Cooler by the Lake Superior, 69 degrees and 64 on Park Point, but 80 towards Proctor, 88 Moose Lake, 79 Silver Bay, into the 80s for the Iron Ranges, Sierra, the Vermilion, the Mesabi, and the Cuyuna. 84 degrees at this hour, International Falls. Similar temperatures tomorrow, and then upper 80s and maybe even cracking the 90s beginning by Thursday. Doppler map right now shows that this morning's rain has pretty much passed us by. It was focused around the head of the lakes for a little while, but again, still didn't bring that much to Duluth. Okay, so those showers, they've moved away, but they're not gone forever because we do have 1/3 of 3 low pressure systems now off towards our west. The other 2 have gone to the south and headed off to the east. This one here is slated to bring us a 40% chance for rain Wednesday afternoon and evening. And once that goes, come Thursday, higher pressure from the south will have its circulation bring a southerly wind into our region, and that will make it warm, to be polite. Some folks would say it's going to be hot. Again, 90 not out of the question for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe even Sunday too, then stepping back a little bit temperature-wise by next week. And here and there we'll have some storm chances, which we show you now with our 7-day forecast. Tonight's forecast around Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the UP says low temps will be in the low 60s. It should be dry, and by the lake it could be just a little bit foggy. Now we eye up what's happening on Wednesday. The morning may be clear to partly cloudy for a couple of hours, but then it clouds up a little bit towards partly sunny in the afternoon, and we get that 40% chance for the last round of rain for a little while. High temp around 82 here over the hill in the Twin Ports. Could be warmer, of course, farther inland. Then, even in the Twin Ports, Thursday and Friday, higher pressure settles in to make it sunny and pretty toasty. 89 degrees by Friday. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking we could be cracking 90 once we get into the weekend. Independence Day, 4th of July, Saturday, 89 in the Twin Ports. Many towns inland likely will be in the lower 90s. Then clouds come in, created in part by the heat, and that could whip up a 30% chance for more thunderstorms that day, which increases steadily to a 40 and 50% chance as we go through, Tuesday or so, Kristen and Tony and Kelly, oh my, as I like to say. And we do need the rain still, 1/3 to a half inch of rain like some towns got today isn't enough to do it, so we'll get more probably by next week.
It's weird to see a summer holiday with no rain in the forecast. I feel like every Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July, there's always rain.
All right,
in the
we're going to
forecast.
say there is a 10% chance
Okay.
for a couple of heat-driven thunderstorms
There
on
it
the
is.
4th of July,
Yeah.
but it was only a 10% chance on the models.
Okay.
Didn't want to mention it,
Yeah.
because that's like crying wolf.
Right, exactly. Well,
There
we'll hope
it
it
is.
stays that way. Thanks, Dave.